performing art, which incorporates dance and gymnastics. It involves dancing and performing acrobatics on a vertical pole.
So that's just the definition of pole dancing.
Yeah. When someone dances around a pole, usually exotically.
Pole dancing.
Yeah.
Gymnastics. I guess it is kind of gymnastics. It doesn't look easy.
Yeah.
I've never tried it.
It's good Kegel exercise.
Good what?
Kegels. Kegels.
What?
They got to clamp around that pole, you know?
Long pole, dude. I'm talking about like a stripper pole.
Yeah, they got to clamp around that too.
With the
Why does it say muscle? I don't know. I don't have that muscle, okay?
OTDL, OTDL, the stories never stale. From TikTok twist to awkward tryst, they always set their sail. OTDL, OTDL, come laugh until you cry. With Tom and Dan, the pirate clan, will toast until we're dry. Oh, tripped on stairs and fought with chairs. They've spilled their morning brew. They've sung in keys that broke the seas. Oh, what a motley crew. With every laugh they chart a path through storms of jest and cheer. Come join the tide, sit by their side. The podcast here to steer.
Work them thighs.
Work them thighs. Just the fact that you said they grabbed a stripper pole with their Kegels.
No, I didn't say it like that.
Yes, you did.
I said working those Kegel exercises on the pole. Because you're clamping a
pole.
Yeah.
Kegels. I'm not an expert on anatomy, but I don't think that's how that works.
I don't know how they flex it, so I just assumed it was like a leg flex. I don't know. Welcome back to the next episode.
Kegels.
Kegels. Is it Kegels or Kegels? You be the judge. Link it in the comments below. After you like and subscribe.
Kegels.
So today's episode, in case you're wondering, about some pole dancing. House calls. House calls? House call pole dancing? You good?
I'll be all right.
You'll be all right? Okay.
Kegels. All right. Yeah, this is a funny story.
This is a funny story. This might be one of the most awkward moments I've ever stumbled myself into. So
I don't think so, but this is pretty good.
it is pretty good. It was definitely awkward.
I can recall a doctor visit that was pretty weird with you.
There's been a couple, as we've talked about.
I know. It was Kleenex.
Yeah. This was worse than that, I think.
I don't think so.
Yeah, no, the physical attribute of that one supersedes the emotional sadness of this one.
Emotional sadness.
Yeah. So. All right. Well, without further ado, welcome to Tom Dan Live.
Tom Dan Life.
So, I fish tournaments, and I qualified for state team in our state through a division, and we got to go to this regional event. And I'm only telling you this part to lead up to why I end up at this guy's house. So, he's at the time, the treasurer, and the state team got funds to go to these regionals. So we got a check. So I was literally going to this house to get paid. I was getting a check that was going to help travel expenses and gas and hotels and things like that.
Give me my money.
Give him my money. So he kind of wanted the dollar bills. We'll get to that. So I drive out to this guy's house, and mind you, it's like a 45, 50-minute drive out to his place. So I pull up, and I text him and said, hey, I'm here. He goes, all right, come on up. And he meets me in the driveway. And he goes, this is your first time ever being out here, huh? I was like, yeah. And I've known this guy for a few years. Good acquaintances and super nice guy. First time I've ever been at his house. And he goes, well, let me show you the place. I'm like, okay. So he goes, well, we'll start with the garage. And I was like, oh, okay. And I'm thinking that's where the boat is. And I was wrong.
Natural assumption.
And in
Garage,
retrospect,
boat, bunch of fishermen. Yeah.
in
I would have thought
retrospect,
the same thing.
when I described what was in the garage, I should have known to leave at that point. Much information was given, and I was naive. So we walk into his garage, which has been converted into a room of sorts. Neon lights, wood flooring. There's fuzzy stuff hanging on the wall. Attachments that move out.
Lovely decor.
Lovely decor. And smack dab right in the middle is a stripper pole. And he didn't tell me. Like, I think he wanted the raw, physical, to see my reaction. He wanted to see, the genuine reaction.
He wanted you raw. Yeah.
I did use the wrong choice of words with that one, didn't I? Yeah. Yeah, he might have. So, I walk into the garage, and I'm just like, oh, well, this is a nice room. What are you supposed to say? Well, what would you say if I walked you in a room without telling you?
And I saw a stripper pole?
And you saw a stripper pole,
roof sagging?
Sex swing.
Is that structural?
Yeah. There's sex swing on the side, neon lights everywhere.
Is this yours?
Yeah. And that's the first room you're introduced to. We haven't even made it into the
I
house.
had a lot of questions.
Yeah.
I would have been drilling them a little bit.
I didn't want to know. And so I just went with the polite route and was like, "Oh, hey, yep, that's a cool." And he goes, "My wife dances." And my follow-up question, and I caught myself. I wanted to be like, "Is your wife a stripper?" And I'm just like, "Oh, okay." So, yeah, okay. And I didn't know what to say. I'm just dumbfounded at this point. And he goes, "She's not a stripper." He read my mind. He knew what he was doing.
Yeah, but if she was, do you think would he just come out and say it? Or do you
I think he would have.
Just covering because
No, I think he would have come out and said
you're a
it.
fishing guy.
Yeah, no, and he explained, she's a nurse, and she just likes to do it for the acrobatics and for workouts and gymnastics style stuff. So it makes sense.
She's a nurse. Her only cure is more pole. Is that where
Maybe,
we're going with this?
maybe. So I'm like, well, let's go get those checks. And he goes, yeah, come on in. So we go in, and dogs are barking, and at this time, I had a pretty good beard growing, and so did he. And we walk into the kitchen, and he goes, "Sorry, the kitchen's kind of under construction." He's redoing the kitchen, because he's a handyman. He can do remodel and doing some stuff on his own. And so we're just sitting there, just talking in the kitchen, and he introduces me to the dogs, so that way they stay nice and normal. We don't want another trip to the dentist. And he mentions to me, and he goes, "So what kind of beard wax do you use? And beard oils?" And he goes, "Because you maintain it pretty good." And I'm like, "Oh, well, thanks. I just use this," and I rattled off what I was using at the time. And he goes, "Oh, okay. I make my own." I was like, "Oh, really?" He goes, "Yeah, it turns out it's pretty easy." He goes, "I have to because my wife..."
Tell the people.
Yeah. What's that word? She's allergic to normal stuff. She needs the natural stuff. What's that word?
I think you got it. Allergic.
Yeah, she's
irritated.
Irritated.
Whatever, yeah.
She's sensitive to chemically based beard stuff, and he found
they put in there. Yeah.
Yeah, and he found out, obviously, the not so good way. So because of that, he makes a homemade, healthy version. And I didn't pick up on that. Not yet.
So he gave you beard cream.
And he goes, "Do you want some?" And I'm like, "Oh, it's good. You're making your own." And he goes, "No, let me give you some." And I was like, at this point, I'm like, I got to be polite, right?
He's just like, try it out.
Like, you're in somebody's house, they offer, you partake.
Right? Yeah. He's
So I'm like,
you're
okay.
too nice is what it is.
Yes. Yeah, we've
Established
You've
that.
learned this, right?
We've established it. Yes.
So he grabs a mason jar and he scoops it up and he goes, I got a fresh batch, it's the peppermint. I'm like, oh, okay. So he slaps some in a mason jar and he hands it to me. So now I'm standing in his room, or in his kitchen, and mason jar of fresh beard cream, and which actually really was, like all stuff aside, it was really good beard cream. Like he used really good like essential oils and stuff in there, and so it was like, it made my beard super soft.
How well did you try it out?
I used all of it.
Was Melissa not a fan of it?
We'll leave that one. We'll plead the fifth on that one. Was not disappointed.
Okay, that's good.
So, yeah, we're sitting there, and I was like, okay, well, in my head, I'm like, can this get any weirder? Like, he's just told me that his wife dances on a pole, and now it's sinking in why he makes homemade beard cream, because it's sensitive with his wife. I was thinking like PG-13, like kissing, and it was beyond.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If she's getting irritated on the skin,
Yeah.
skin's the biggest organ on a human body.
Yeah.
You know,
And naturally,
covers your whole body.
yeah, and naturally he wants to, not hurt her.
We can go with that.
Yeah. So I was like, and I think he sensed that I was feeling awkward. So he goes, hey, let's go get those checks printed out. I was like, all right. So we walk into his office. He works from home half the time. And we walk in, and it's their home office. So they got photos all over the room. And I'm like, okay, cool. And I'm just like glancing, and I see pictures of the happy couple with their dogs, and and we get over to the checks. We're over at the computer, and we're standing there, and he's typing it out, and I'm just watching the monitor, and I just kind of glance up at the wall because there's photos all over, and there's a calendar of a naked girl on the calendar, and I'm just like, okay. And then I glance over to look away from the calendar, and then I see pictures on the walls in the room. It's the same person on the calendar. His wife did a photo shoot of herself on the calendar for him, which kudos to you, bud. And kudos to her. Like, that takes a lot of self-confidence to be able to do that. But in retrospect, I am now realizing I'm standing in a room seeing another man's wife naked
On a calendar.
on a calendar. And I'm just like, so I just looked down, and he looks over and he spotted me. He just kind of saw me kind of like the flinch factor. And he looks up and sees that, and he goes, oh, yeah, that's my wife. And I'm all, yep, I gathered that. And he goes,
He's a big fan of her.
yeah,
Photos everywhere.
yeah. And I said, kudos to her and to you for that. That's awesome. And he goes, I'm sorry, is it weird? And I'm like, a little bit. I mean, that's your wife. I'm not trying to look.
It's my first impression of her.
I've never met your wife, and I've now seen, her nude.
Seen all of her.
Yeah. So, and in my mind, my first thought is, I hope I never meet your wife. We'll get to that. And he goes,
Did you meet her? Seen your calendar. Nice work.
I didn't have that bravo. I didn't have that bravado. And so I literally look at him. I'm like, it's okay. I was like, I get it. You didn't know, which in retrospect, I think he knew. When we put all the pieces to the puzzle back together, right? He shows me the garage.
Stripper pole in the garage.
He explains the
Basically,
strip club.
he decorated it like a strip club. Let's be
Yeah,
honest.
he decorated it like a
Neon
strip
lights,
club. Yeah. They have
stripper
fun in the
decor,
garage.
Probably
100%.
a sex swing we didn't see.
There was no, we saw it. It was there. It was clearly there, set off to the side. And then we have the beard cream.
Well, it wasn't hanging, right?
No, it was folded up against the wall. It was like
It was tidy.
the
at
rollout.
least.
Yeah,
They
it was
put
tidy.
away.
Yeah,
Sex swing over there in the
sex
corner.
swing in the corner. You know, fuzzy,
Stripper pole.
fuzzy things here and there. Stripper pole,
Wood floor.
wood floor.
Little stage.
Yep, we got the beard cream,
Got the beard cream.
and then we walk into the office with the naked lady on the calendar.
Beard cream that doesn't irritate skin,
Yep,
no matter which skin it is.
no matter where that skin's located.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we put that one together.
Yep, I think you can put that one together. And Kegels.
Kegels!
And so I'm just like, if it's all right with you, I got to get back home. It's a long drive. I just need those checks. And he goes, no worries.
I gotta get out of here.
Yeah, at this point, I'm like, I can't. I'm like, now I want to leave before she gets home. Like, I don't want to be in this house when she gets home from work. Because my fear now is like, you know,
I wish she would have come home.
yeah.
What was in the evening? She was probably at work.
It was close to. It was
nurse,
it was-
not at the.
Yeah.
Not dancing.
Yeah, not dancing.
She's a nurse.
She's a nurse. And so I leave and I get the checks and I'm thinking, this is great. I won't have to deal with this anymore. And as we progress through these stories, the audience is going to learn the Tom Luck factor.
Oh, it doesn't just end in one experience.
It never does. I can't be so unlucky to become lucky. if
Yeah,
that
like the
makes
dental office, you continued to go for like a year, right?
and continued to have other situations arise that were not part of that. That was
Like the dental
you should
office.
not have used that word.
Arise.
Yeah. Arise. No. Anyways. So the very next tournament is at Roosevelt Lake, and they do a random draw, and I'm fishing as a co, so I draw a person with a boat, and lo and behold, I draw him. So I'm just like, that's great. And I told my buddy about what had happened. And when he found out that I drew him, he goes, oh, you're going to have so much fun today. And I said, I don't know.
Enjoy your day fishing with
Yeah.
your new best friend.
Yep. And we had a good day of fishing. We had a great day. Good time on the water. Great time on the water together.
Did he bring up the calendar?
Yes, he did. He brought up, oh yeah, you know, I had told my wife about, you know, what had happened. And I was like, oh,
Of course he did.
okay. I was, I hope I didn't get you in any trouble. And he goes, oh no, it's not like that. That's a loaded answer. And I knew. I didn't want to know
There was
anymore.
something behind that.
Yeah, I didn't want to know what was behind that
There's
door number
definitely
2.
something
So I went for door number 3, and I
little
said,
upside down
maybe
pineapple-ish on
an
that
upside
one.
down pineapple.
On that one.
Maybe, I don't know. And I didn't want to find out. I was just nervous. I was nervous.
So the whole day you're sweating it.
The whole day I'm sweating because I'm like, okay, well, you know, she's not here at the lake at least, so we're good.
And he's open about it.
And he's open about it. You know, and we talked about it off and on throughout the day, but we're getting ready to get off the lake. We're pulling back up to the ramp, and I said, hey, why don't you give me your car keys and I'll go get the truck. That way we can load his boat. And he goes, oh, don't worry about it. My wife's here. She's going to pick us up.
Yeah, she is.
And I'm just like, oh.
In more ways than one.
And he goes, now you can meet my wife. And I was like,
Yes, I can.
okay. And I'm thinking to myself, this is about to happen. And I'm like, I freeze. I'm like, in my head, I'm like, how do I do this? I don't know how to do this. What's the protocol? What's okay? What's not okay? How do I stay professional? You know? And he goes, yeah, her and her friend. I'm like, oh, great. Now there's 2 females. And it's, you know,
I've already seen one naked.
yeah. And she showed up to pick us up with not much to the imagination. She's wearing a bikini. And I'm like, well,
Well, they're at the lake.
I mean, we're at the lake, but I know what's underneath the bikini.
It's true, I guess.
I've
true.
I've seen that. So you know, as young men, we're grown up, taught, eyes up here,
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
eyes up here.
Yeah.
You know, keep your eyes up. So I made sure. I'm just like, no matter what I do,
Staring at the sun,
we're making eye
kinda blind
contact.
your eyes
No, we're making eye contact. I am not losing eye contact. I was like, that was my safety net.
I pictured you just like, hey,
Hey, how's it going? Nice to meet you. Good photos. So naturally she picks us up, and I'm just thinking, okay, I gotta weigh my fish, and I'll just depart myself from the situation. No, she walks over and she goes, "Hi, nice to meet you." And she is a super nice woman. They're a nice couple. Like we joke about it, but they're a good couple. They're nice and they're friendly, like genuinely good people. So that was just made it harder to not be as polite. I couldn't help but be polite because they're nice and genuine. And so I'm just like, "Hey, how's it going?" And I'm just like making eye contact. We're locked. We're locked. And then I'm like, don't stare too much because then she's gonna. What if she thinks this? And in my mind's just, analytic, just going everywhere. Like, what's too much? What's
overanalyzing?
Overanalyzing to the nth degree.
Absolutely. That's what you do, though.
So I just naturally was like, "Oh, eh," and I introduced myself to her friend. And then I'm like, shoot, I'm not single. I don't want to introduce myself like I'm single. So I'm just like, "Oh, nice to meet you." I wish my wife was here at the weigh-ins.
I love my wife. She's the best.
Yes, yeah. like, how do we let everybody know that we're not on the table?
I'm married. What?
Yeah.
What'd you say?
Yeah.
I didn't hear you.
So that's how that rolled out, and it turned out fine. It was all just me being nervous, but I feel like I had a good reason to be nervous after the house experience.
Slightly awkward situation.
Yeah.
Another one, yet again for you.
Yet again.
Yes. Still hilarious though, that they showed up to the lake. That's probably my favorite part.
Yeah.
So you had to meet her face to face. You didn't have a choice.
I didn't have a choice.
So
she was
great.
picking us up.
My
She was
favorite part.
towing the boat out of the water. So.
Yeah. Well, what's the big Tom's tip of the day over here?
Now Tom's tip of the day.
I would say don't go into strangers' houses, but he wasn't a stranger.
Wasn't a stranger, so it can't be don't go into a stranger's house.
If you go into one room into somebody's home and something feels off, you should just really try to
Trust your gut a little bit.
trust your gut a little bit more and oh, look at the time. I gotta go.
Basically, what you're trying to say though is read the room.
Read the room.
You got to read the room.
Gotta read the room.
If the first room you go in has a sex swing and a stripper pole, read the room.
Read the room.
Evacuate.
Evacuate and exit the building.
Tell them to mail you the check.
Yeah. I can get that check
Go.
another day.
I got to get out of here.
Maybe, and if you're a nervous guy like me, maybe text your wife real quick. "Hey, call me in about 1 minute.
I need to leave.
I need to leave." Like the dates. They set up the date.
Like, I don't know what's going to happen.
There you go. There's the tip of the day. Like when you set up the emergency date call, where you text a friend to call you to save you from a date.
Have a lifeline.
Have a lifeline.
That's a good one.
Have a lifeline.
So
That's
when
the tip of the
When
day.
you're going to somebody else's house for the first time, have a lifeline.
Have a lifeline. Have it on speed dial, ready to go.
That's a good one.
That's a good
I
one.
like that. So you can get out of there.
Yeah.
Get out of their card.
Yeah. So.
That's
Yeah.
pretty good.
Yep.
It's a good story.
Thanks for joining us. I hope you laughed as much as we did. I hope you're not traumatized. And if you've shared or felt a similar experience, I feel for you.
I don't think
feel-
anybody's had your kind of experiences, though.
Yeah, no. Somebody. It's a big world.
I mean, I would love to hear if somebody actually did.
Has this happened to you?
Comment below. I would love to hear that.
Yeah.
If someone could top that story,
Yeah.
I would truly be impressed.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody can.
I'm sure there's somebody. Proof's in the pudding, though.
Proofs in the pudding.
Kegels. Kegels.
Exercises.
Exercises.
Thrive with TikTok Tom and Dan aboard.
Exercise
It's
for Kegels on the
Tom, Dan, Love.